Hello, it's Joseph. My calendar. I'm doing a stream a little bit later in the day, and the Wi-Fi is a little sluggish, but I am going to power through, and God willing, it will catch up with me as I give this post-interview YouTube um, blurb about my events leading up to the interview and the interview itself. This is sort of like me recapping what happened and trying to memorialize it because this was quite an unusual interview for me. And it's all about the book, Believe, Tuskegee Strong, Making Do Growing Up Colored in the Jim Crow South During the Great Depression. Um, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of this book, which was a blessing for me to be able to write because first off, I never considered myself a novelist, although I love reading great novels. And this story, the surprising thing about it was I'd always wanted to write a story about my parents. And as it evolved, it became, with my mother's consent, a novelized version of their life. So it's a fictionalized version. But the interview, let me jump into that. First of all, I received a call from Dr. J.J. Sawyer, who's a really good friend of mine. She said, "What are you doing for marketing your book?" I says, I'm kind of like between um, finances right now, between jobs, and I'm moving, so I haven't really focused on. She says, "Okay, drop everything and call this number right now." And so I says, "Okay." So here we are. My husband and I are in the midst of moving from California to Kentucky, which is where I am now. And I have like a lot of balls in the air, but I said, well, she wouldn't ask me to do something like this unless it was really important. So I make the call. It was Dr. J.C. Cooley. And he says, "Tell me a little bit about yourself and your book." And so I told him, and he says, "Okay, send me information, your press kit, and then I'll get back with you to see if you could be on our show." And so I sent it to him like around 8 o'clock at night. I get a call. He says, "I really want you to be on this show. Can you send me, we're going to send you some information in the next couple of days. Please get it back to us ASAP." I said, "You bet. Thank you so much." I was like really shocked. So, like I said, we're in the middle of the move, but I had all of my uh, press kits and pieces of information pulled. And I guess I was thinking that, how am I going to do the advertising? So, like a little folder set up. And definitely that helped me get everything to him in a very short period of time. But I have to tell you that they were so gracious. Dr. Cooley and Dr. Michelle Cooley they had me in the green room and prepped me and got me to calm down. And I have to tell you, 3 hours of sleep. I had so much on my mind. I just, kept praying, "Lord, please let me get a full night's sleep before this interview." Um, 3 hours. But I had one of the packing people coming like within 2 hours of the interview, and I had to kind of shift gears. I didn't have the proper anything to wear, and a wonderful friend of mine, it was so nice, Charlene, thank you, said, I know you were looking for something to wear for the interview, and this jacket I think will fit you. And it's this red jacket. I said, "It's gorgeous." And my sister Lydia, I tried on several outfits, sent her pictures. She says, "The red jacket picture." So that's what I wore in the interview. And so this was all about focusing. I wanted everything to focus on God. So from the very start, prayers were being sent out for me. My dear friend Phyllis Kelly, my friends in Michigan and Texas were praying for me. A couple of friends in California were. And the interview went really well because I wanted it to be God focused. So every question I was asked, I was thinking, how could this glorify God? And that's how pretty much I answered them. So the takeaway, it's now close to 6,000 views. I could not believe it. So if you get a chance, please share, please subscribe, and I'll continue this conversation in a bit. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye.